Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, The Last Champion. Cole Hauser. So Cole Hauser, I know as Benny from Dazed and Confused, and then Yellowstone, which was awesome. And so he was also in Too Fast, Too Furious. I didn't know that. But anyway, I like him. He's looked pretty cool in Yellowstone. But this is a movie about, I am assuming it's him, who's an ex-Olympian who had some kind of controversy and has to come home because his mother died and there's some ill will against him. I don't know. It's PG-13. It's 2 hours and 2 minutes long, but IMDb has it at 7.1, but only 390 people have rated it so far. So I don't know. Oh, he's also in Good Will Hunting, of course. So I don't know. I'm intrigued. So let me get into it, find out what it's about, give you a better idea, and then ultimately let you know what I think. Stick around, I'll be back. Hey everybody, I want to do a quick check-in here. We're watching The Last Champion. We're at the 1 hour, 32 second mark. So there's an hour and 2 minutes left. It's a 2 hour film. But, you know, I think it's based on a true story, which is kind of cool. But our main character, Cole Hauser, is the Olympian who won the gold medal, but then tested positive for steroids. And he comes back to his hometown, but everybody seems to hate him. You know what I mean? It's like, really? I don't know about that. Maybe. You know, I don't know many Olympians. But, you know, so that's what's going on with him. And the coach of the high school wrestling team passes away, so they want him to take over the wrestling team, and he has his mother's house. That's 2 years in back pay on the mortgage, and the one guy wants him to coach because his son's on the team, so he's offering him some kind of deal to be able to keep the house for a little while he coaches the team. So that's like the main plot of the story. Now he runs into what seems to be like an old girlfriend. There's some flames there. There's also another kid on the team who, you know, has a alcoholic mother, has a broken up childhood, but has a little love interest on the side. So there's a lot of different sub-stories going on right here. But, you know, there's a lot of development as well going on. It's right around Christmas time, and that's where we are. Really, nothing really has started to happen, I don't think, except for all of the development of our characters so far. So we'll see where it goes from here. I think now maybe it's going to get into more exciting stuff, but right now it's really, I mean, you got to make it through the first hour of the, you know, understanding who everybody is and what everybody means to the story. So that's where we are, but I wanted to check in anyway and give you a quick update. So far, okay, but I'm expecting more in a little bit. So stick around, I'll be back. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of The Last Champion, and it did, you know, it picked right up. So we had all that development, and then it really got into a little bit more action, a little bit more movement, a little bit of wrestling. Not a lot of wrestling, but a little bit here and there. Randall Benelitnikoff, it's funny because him and Cole Hauser were in School Ties together as well. So maybe even another movie. But anyway, you'll recognize him as he's the kid's father. But really good story. I'm often wondering like how much of it is really true, you know, and how much is fabricated for us to enjoy. But all in all, I think they did a good job. I liked, you know, it took a while to develop the characters and bring them to life so that we can enjoy the story the way it was. But, you know, that's worth it, I think. Now, one thing that I always look for, if you haven't seen my reviews before, in true stories or stories based on real life events, is I want to see the pictures of the actual people. And I also like to see a little blurb. What happens after this? You know? So, we didn't get that. And that's disappointing because I really wanted to know, like, you know, what happens to Cole Hauser's character? What happens to Michael? What happens to so on and so forth? You know, a lot of interesting stuff that I'd love to find out. I'm going to have to Google it, I think, if it's really true. But outside of that, really good story. I thought they did a good job. I think, go back to Cole Hauser's, he's the guy who was the Olympian that came home and became the coach. You know, a little moody, you know, a little unstable at times, I think. You know, I mean, I don't know if it's unstable is not the right term, but you know what I mean? Like, you have to see what I mean. Other than that, everything else was really good. And the lack of pictures and blurb on the screen at the end. So, definitely worth watching. Glad I got to see it. It is 2 hours long, a little bit longer, but couldn't think of something that you needed to take out. It all needed to be there for all the development and then to complete the arc of all the characters. Alright, that's it. Hopefully that was helpful. If you haven't seen it already, check it out. And if you do, love to hear your thoughts. Drop me some comments. More importantly, if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. Tell all your friends and continue to tune in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.